During the demonstrations in more than 150 countries to raise awareness and demand aggressive action against climate change, there were some speeches by individuals like Jane Fonda and Greta Thunberg that I really think is important for you guys to hear. I'm gonna start off with Jane Fonda. She was in Los Angeles. John Iadarola was there to report from the ground. And here is a part of her speech.
This is gonna take an all-out war on drilling, on fracking, on deregulation, and racism, and misogyny, and colonialism, and despair. Register to vote. Get everyone you know registered. Beware of candidates who favor cautious, moderate approaches. It's too late for that. If we'd started 30 years ago when everybody who has the oil extractions knew, if we'd started then, it wouldn't have to be so radical. But now our house is on fire, as Greta Thunberg says, and we have to act accordingly and vote for candidates who understand why the scope of the Green New Deal is required.
So one of our producers who was there with John said that her speech was so powerful that it brought tears to her eyes.
Wow.
So I love seeing people who, look, I mean, I'm not saying this to insult her age, but I love seeing older, wealthy people get involved in this fight. And it's genuine, it's sincere. It's not due to political motivation. She's not running for president. She's not doing this for political gain. She's doing it because she cares. And hopefully it whips other people into shape so they realize, hey, this is a serious issue.
Yeah, she's always been politically active. There was a great documentary on HBO about her, so I would hope people will watch it. I think it's a 4-part series, and you watch it and you realize, wow, even at the top of her fame, she was putting it on the line, kind of like Muhammad Ali has, and Colin Kaepernick now. You know, there are some people who at the top of their game are willing to speak out. And I have utmost respect for those people because I feel like what's the point of having fame or being an artist if you're not saying anything?
Yeah, like Shailene Woodley, she was arrested at Standing Rock because she felt that it was important to take part in those demonstrations. Like, I have so much respect for her. She was in custody as a result of her political activism. So I have a lot of admiration for people who do that.
Absolutely, and Jane Fonda, something I can definitely speak to, being a part of the Women's Media Center. You know, she's one of the founding partners with Gloria Steinem and also Robin Morgan that focuses on elevating the voice of women in media. Again, at her age, as someone who's been in the game for a long time and has made, you know, considerable wealth. She could quit that stuff. She doesn't have to raise awareness to issues that are important to her, but she's out there in LA in the heat, yelling at the top of her lungs, getting it done. And it's a beautiful thing because she's using her voice to draw attention to issues that need to be brought attention to. She is using her privilege and she is executing beautifully. And that's something we should all be grateful for. It's incredible.
Well, one other incredible aspect of this was Greta Thunberg's speech. She spoke in New York, and we're gonna show you a snippet of that. Take a look.
We have not taken to the streets, sacrificing our education for the adults and politicians to take selfies with us and tell us that they really, really admire what we do. We are doing this to wake the leaders up. We are doing this to get them to act. We deserve a safe future. And we demand a safe future. Is that really too much to ask? Right now, we are the ones who are making a difference. If no one else will take action, then we will.
Oh God, it gets me emotional. Like it's incredible. And you know, there's a lot of downsides to the internet. I know firsthand, but one of the best parts of it is that there are no gatekeepers of information, right? So young people are so much more informed these days because they have all the information at their fingertips. And think about how much education, public education gets defunded, how much it gets muzzled because of, you know, political parties who don't want teachers to teach kids about the reality of what's really going on, or even the reality of American history.
Yes.
So to know that that information is out there, it's democratized, and people can really inform themselves about the reality of our environment, about our politics, our history is so important. I love watching that. It gave me chills down my spine. Yeah.
And I do hope, like you were saying, I mean, the hope is that there are people seeing this that could see that there is this movement. I mean, obviously it feels like they keep denying it, right? If they are on the side of the corporations and they're on the right, they just keep denying it and they keep saying no. They're saying these kids don't know what they're talking about or what have you. But I guess I don't know what it takes. I don't know how many people it takes to be in the streets for them to finally do something. But
Well, here's what I think makes a difference. Applying political pressure in the form of primarying candidates who, and I say primarying because we don't have time for weak Democrats, right? So I know that some of these activists are too young to vote. However, if you do have the ability to vote, support a primary candidate who wants to do something or pass aggressive legislation to combat climate change.
Yeah.
I think that far too often incumbents get reelected because people aren't paying attention.
Right.
We have a lot more political capital than we even realize. And it's time that we flex that muscle and hold people accountable.
Like what you see? Click the subscribe button below and don't forget to ring the bell to never miss another video from the Young Turks.